Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on this unit. My last video tonight, I'm here to recap Smackdown. I didn't think it was actually bad. I know, like, JD and all the others that, like, recap wrestling probably say, suck, but I thought it was fun. It definitely doesn't feel like there's like much here. It's like, it's a 3-hour show, but it feels like 6 hours though. Like, I don't know, man. It just feels like 6 hours. Outside of Drew McIntyre and Cody. Oh, and probably the best, maybe, match. Man, it might have been Carmelo Hayes and The Miz, honestly. That might have been the best match. And the Drew and Cody stuff in Fall 2. It was fine, but it wasn't like a fantastic show. But I'm not just gonna say, well, I'll take this show, but I mean, I guess it's just 3 hours, man. It's just like, feels like the last hour of the show drags out, but I'm not gonna say it's terrible. It was just fun. A fine show. So we're fresh off the Royal Rumble. And Roman Reigns already declared his intention to challenge CM Punk at WrestleMania. Liv Morgan had announced her pick heading into this Friday show. She was going to go to SmackDown. Rumble also saw the debuts of Royce Hobbs, FKA, Powerhouse Hobbs, and AEW. He didn't show up on Raw, so all eyes were on SmackDown to see if he would show up. And all the weeks of teases during backstage interactions, Tama Tonga and Shitstain Nakamura stepped into the ring. So let's go into what happened. So after the video recap, yada yada, Drew made his way to the ring to kick off SmackDown, but before he could actually get to the ring, Cody attacked him from behind and began beating him up until the security separated them. The American Nightmare grabbed a mic and cut a scathing promo on the man who eliminated him from the Rumble, after vaguely claiming to have a large penis for some reason. Said Raheem, his middle name's like Raheem or something. And stared at the WrestleMania main event sign. The event sign on his path to there is still unclear. It was an energetic way to kick off the show with a little action and a promo that didn't last any longer than necessary. Got the crowd hot for the rest of the show, so it was a pretty good opening segment, I'll say. Might be the best thing on the show besides probably The Miz and Carmelo Hayes, which I didn't think I would say. Then we had Io and Rhea versus Kiana James and Julia. Nick Aldis was shown asking Rose to leave the arena for his own good. They go back to the ring for a women's tag title match with Ripley and Sky defending belts against Kiana and Julia. The women's tag team division has a tendency to, like, not really be interesting. And that's kind of on the booking for not really giving a shit about the titles. But recent months have seen increased action in the titles thanks to a few high-profile stars being heavily involved in them. Obviously, Reed and Io, good babyface tag team, and Julia and Kiana have developed into a solid duo. Even if Julia is booked much stronger than Kiana in singles matches, they the champions a good challenge. It's about, it's good energy from all four. Outcome's obviously pretty predictable. They weren't going to lose titles after overcoming a close call. Io and Reed defeated Kiana and Julia to retain the titles. Obviously, Io's very popular, but Reed got a really good pop, but and Kiana James, they have something with her when they break up the tag team with Julia, they have something with her. Carmelo Hayes versus The Miz. So, thought we were going to see Ilya Dragunov challenge for the championship. Ended up being The Miz following backstage interaction. The storyline between these two has gone on longer than they need to, but adding Dragunov to the mix has helped keep it kind of fresh. These three men have fought several times in every combination possible, so it feels like a triple threat match is inevitable. Melo has been fantastic in every match. I feel like he's had as a U.S. champion. He once again helped The Miz put on one of his best performances in recent memory. Hayes got the win. Both men came away looking great out of this match. Miz, and he hit what might be the stiffest chop he's ever delivered. Sam made was loud. But yeah, Carmelo Hayes actually got a pretty good match out of The Miz. Tells you how good he is. Lash Legend versus Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton. After all three women came up short at the Rumble, they stepped in the ring to compete in the Elimination Chamber for a chance to compete. All three women fill different roles. Lash Legend is a powerhouse heel. Stratton was a typical babyface, and Chelsea Green fell somewhere in between. The crowd loves Chelsea, but she's great at getting them to cheer for her opponents. It was an alright match. It had some highlights, but also had a few moments that didn't look as good as desired. None of them ruined the match, though. In fact, the last couple of minutes were actually fun. Tiffany hits her moonsault. The second suplex Stratton hit on Green almost ended badly due to how Green wasn't balanced properly, almost fell in the wrong position. And Nia Jax may not have been competing, but she ended up taking a few bumps during dives. I love Tiffany Stratton, but I'd like to see Chelsea Green get a damn opportunity, but as Michael Hayes said, they don't really view her that way. She's just out there to make the others look good. Bo Dallas and the Whites had a video promo directed at Soul Sokola. And then Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green had a backstage interaction for their match. Kit Wilson versus Oba Femi. Wilson came to the ring and gave another promo about toxic masculinity. He focused on the Royal Rumble and got the crowd to chant toxic every time he said it. Put an open challenge to anyone who was in the Rumble with him, which was answered by Oba Femi. He proceeded to decimate Wilson with a couple moves to get the easiest win of his career. The match was so fast, there's no freaking proper way to even rate this, man. It's basically over in like 2 moves. The character for Kit Wilson might be dumb, but it was pretty funny. And Damian Priest was shown backstage watching Femi's match with R-Truth backstage. When you get Damian Priest over Femi, oh man. No, there's not really much to say about that. The champion, Drew McIntyre, came out again. He came back out to the ring to give it another shot after failing to give his promo at the beginning. Before he could speak, Fatu attacked him from behind. He took the Scottish Psychopath down with a huge suicide dive before taking out a bunch of security guards who tried to break up the fight. This was much quicker than the fight between Rhodes and McIntyre earlier. It didn't lead to Fatu giving a promo, but it was entertaining. The champion should be a target for everyone on the roster. WWE's done a good job establishing McIntyre with enemies, even though it may not be what people want. At least it's with the enemy. At least he has enemies as a champion. So these two men have history dating back several years to their time in New Japan. Obviously, they've had interactions to build up this match. Tonga's been in WWE for almost 2 years, but this match might be the first time he's looked like a threat as a solo guy. Tonga though got the win over Nakamura on. Jason Mateo and Tonga Loa get involved. Had Tonga get a dirty win, which is I guess his biggest singles victory. It seems like the motherfuckers might be using the Freebird rule for the titles because Tom was not carrying one of the belts. Sorry, my family tree. Levin Raquel versus Jade and Jordan Grace. So, Liv Morgan comes to the ring, talk about the Royal Rumble. Raquel was by her side, but the rest of Judgment Day was absent. She talked about having pit between Jade and Stephanie for the title shot. He said Mania's not the only thing in her mind. Raquel took the mic, wanted to dress the elf in the room, but Cargill's music hit before she could say more. She warned Morgan about choosing her before getting Raquel's face. Jordan joined the party. Also, the tag match got started right away. Segment led to a match that was pretty standard stuff, but Liv's energy helped make it more entertaining. Fight also allowed solid miscommunication to Raquel taking out Morgan with a big boot. Grace ended up getting the win for her team by pushing Raquel into Jade and then rolling her up. It wasn't a bad match and didn't leave an exact lasting impression either. Whatever. It was weird how it looked like Raquel and Liv were going to argue, but the same fine a minute later. They're going to keep dragging this out. And hopefully it has a good payoff, because I don't feel like waiting for this. The main event, Randy Orton, Aleister Black, and Soul Cole in a triple threat to get for one of the spots in the Elimination Chamber. 3 different kinds of performers here in this one. This was not the best match of the night. It was definitely a worthy main event. They did a good job keeping everyone on their toes until the end. The Viper scored the win with an RKO, earning a spot in his 10th Elimination Chamber match. Orton hasn't used the sequence where he stomps on various body parts much in recent years, but it was fun seeing him do it to both opponents at once. Aldous actually booked a title match between Jordan Grace and Jay Cargill next week, because he might have cares. Final word of SmackDown. I guess it was a solid follow-up show. However, the real attraction this week was how action-heavy the episode felt. Not only, it didn't really feature a lot of long promos, but we got 7 matches, which is more than most WPLEs these days. I think Carmelo Hayes and The Miz probably the best match tonight, and the Rhea, Io, and Julian, Kiana was probably a close second. It was a solid SmackDown. I give it like maybe 6 out of 10. It was solid. I didn't think it was great, but it was solid. I mean, at least we got a lot more in-ring action, it feels like, than normal. We got freaking 7 matches. But yeah, that's all to say. Leave a like, subscribe for more. Have a good night. Peace.